Hey everyone, thanks for coming. My name is David. I'm in grade 11 at Holy Cross High School, which is the best school. Some of you may know Pastor Shaddy, who is my dad. I'm very excited to share my testimony and enter this new chapter in my faith. A testimony is your life story and your journey through your faith. My testimony is not some epic tale between light and dark. I never slipped out of faith and found my way back, and I never went through a bitter and angry phase. My faith has always remained stagnant. I was born into a Christian family, and my grandparents on my mother's side were Catholic, while my grandparents on my father's side are Orthodox, with their heritage going all the way back to Bethlehem. But my parents are neither Catholic nor Orthodox. My dad would always teach me about Christianity and tell me about Jesus' great sacrifice. In fact, one of my earliest memories is me reciting Psalm 23 in both English and Arabic. When I was a small child in Qatar, my parents signed me up for Awana as a cubby, and then when we moved to Canada, I did Awana all the way until the 6th grade. I had never seen a point in reciting verses or singing worship. I only went to Awana because I had to, and because there were games there. When I was in grade 3, I made the important decision to accept Christ into my heart, simply for the reason of going to heaven. My dad, being a pastor, has always made me know a bit more about the Bible than the average person. He would always stress how reading the Bible was important and that I needed to pray every day. He was a leader who showed people the way to Christ. I found it cool how he led people to Christ through Christ. Some people may think this would make me look up to him, but I only wanted to copy him. I began to read the Bible just so I could know some mild trivia about it and not for spiritual gain. One day in grade 7, a friend told me how arrogant I was being, and I scoffed and laughed it off. Okay man, whatever, I don't care, is what I said, but it's not what I thought. When I went home, I thought about it a lot more. I needed to change something. I needed to change myself. Imitating others is okay, I realized. Even Paul encourages us to imitate him as the way he imitates Christ in 1 Corinthians 11 verse 1. So where did I go wrong? I didn't imitate my dad for the good of others or the faith, but for my own selfish gain. An epiphany wasn't enough to change, however, so when my dad pushed me to go to senior youth in grade 9, I begrudgingly accepted. I made new friends. I grew in faith the way we were meant to. Having role models and like-minded people around me helped me out a lot. I still go to youth because of this. All the way back at the beginning of June, Will asked me if I wanted to be an LIT, and of course I accepted. I needed to learn how to lead for the good of others, not for the power. I instead learned that leaders do not actually lead, they serve. I am learning to wash people's feet like Christ did, hopefully in a figurative sense though. I want to be baptized to signify this change and growth. I am learning that in order to be a good leader, you must be a good servant, and how this all ties to Christ. I serve others. I do not lead for me. I now walk in Christ's footsteps like he wants us to.